Warning, the following trailer contains scenes from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen.
Contains scenes.
From the director most likely to masturbate to an explosion comes 2 hours of moving pictures and loud noises that, because it was filmed on a camera, technically qualifies as a movie. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Strap in for a film that somehow managed to be much, much worse than the original, with more racism.
Bro.
What are we gonna do with this shrimp taco?
Just Bubba Cap in his ass, throw him in the truck, and then nobody gonna know nothing, not me.
More product placement.
Right
and
out the
way
gate.
more than you care to know about Transformer anatomy.
I am directly below the enemy scrotum.
Assemble for a filmmaking effort so lazy, Michael Bay reuses shots from the first Transformers. And shots you literally just saw earlier in the movie.
Soundwave acknowledges. Pursue her. Decepticons mobilize. It is time.
Come on, man. In a universe full of awesome transforming robot characters, prepare to get not excited as they focus on the same boring humans from the first movie. There's Sam Witwicky, who's graduated from stuttering to derpface.
Amen.
Megan Fox, who once again combines the looks of a professional porn star with the acting of an amateur porn star.
Sorry, I'm so sorry about your eye.
John Turturro, who found a new low after being peed on by a transformer in the last movie.
Hold those.
What is that?
Those two army guys and
Those two
Sam's
army
parents.
guys.
Because if there's one thing fans never asked for, it's more time with Sam's parents.
Bro.
Hey, Professor, I'd do anything for an A.
All right, Grace Slick, we got some snacks in the car. Let's go.
I'm upside down.
Ride once again with a whole team of interchangeable Autobots as they face off against a
Interchangeable.
team of even more interchangeable Decepticons in a series of battles that look like two junkyards having sex with each other. Seriously, I have no idea who's fighting. Turn off your brain for a plot that isn't just bad, it straight up makes no sense and leaves audiences everywhere wondering, why does the US military forget it has an anti-Decepticon gun until the last 5 minutes of the movie? Why does the Allspark bring Megatron back to life if it's what killed him in the first place? If the
Right.
Shard brings Megatron back to life, why doesn't Sam use his Shard to bring Optimus Prime back to life? When Sam dies, why does he go to Transformer Heaven? Why not People Heaven? Why is Sam's roommate in this entire movie? Why is Washington, D.C. Smithsonian Museum in the middle of a desert? Since when can Decepticons transform into human beings? And why don't they all do it? And what was she doing at Sam's college? And why does she seduce him instead of just killing him? Ugh, we've already put more thought into this than the people who made this movie did.
Beginning, middle, end. Facts, details, condense, plot, tell it.
Starring all these Michael Bay-isms. Spinning camera, the military, low-angle shots of people getting out of
Always.
cars, glistening face sweat, hot babe extras, a slow-motion helicopter, and booze.
There was a lot. It's like every single one from the film. Jeez. Somehow these people were surviving these.
Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen.
What I try to do is, as a director, I try to...
Did they even change the name?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Now you know how we felt watching this movie, Mikey.
My name is Optimus Prime, and I send this message to all of humanity. Please subscribe. Autobots transform and roll out.
Is he gonna do the voices or the...
Giggle McFunny
Oh, yeah, okay.
Bones, Banana Phone.
So, you have a Transformers sequel for me? I got a bunch of explosive action scenes with some dialogue in between that kind of explains why they're happening. Oh, that's close enough for sure.
Kinda.
So what happens in this thing? Well, the US military's working with the Autobots to take on Decepticons around the world, right? Okay. So these humans are in a huge fight and Shanghai is just getting destroyed. Very cool. So then they release Optimus Prime and he just kicks a bunch of butt, straight up executes a Decepticon on the spot. Why didn't they unleash him in the first place? Because that works. So then the US government manages to cover up the fact that there was a giant robot fight, which is what they did with whatever happened in the first movie too. How they managed that? I mean, giant robots crashed through city buildings in broad daylight in front of thousands of people. Yeah, well, I mean, they do all that stuff off screen and in between movies, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, is that how that works? It is. So anyway, we're gonna meet up with Sam Witwicky, and he's getting ready to go to college. Oh, he is? Yeah, so we're gonna spend a bunch of time with his parents and their dogs who won't stop humping each other. This all sounds like stuff that people want to see in a Transformers movie, sure. But then it turns out that Sam has a shard of the Allspark stuck on his sweater. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this thing burns through the floor and lands on the kitchen table. It doesn't burn through that? For some reason it doesn't. And then it turns all the appliances into robots and imprints stuff onto Sam's brain because he touched it. That happens from touching a sliver of the Allspark. Wasn't he holding the entire thing in the last movie? There's no way for me to check that. And then Sam tells Bumblebee that he can't come to college with him, and Bumblebee does that thing where he talks through the radio. Didn't he get his voice back at the end of the last movie? Well, okay, I mean, how am I supposed to remember every single thing that happened in the first movie? Well, I mean, you can watch the first movie. No, I can't. I put a bagel in my DVD player. Oh, okay. Well, it might work if you take the bagel out. No, I doubt it, because then I put the DVD player in the oven and set it to broil, because I still wanted the bagel. That's fair. Well, okay, I guess we'll do whatever we want in this one then. That's what I'm thinking. So what else happens? Oh, well, the Decepticons use another shard from the Allspark to bring Megatron back to life from the bottom of the ocean. Isn't the Allspark what killed him in the last movie? All right, listen, sir, I'm gonna need you to either get me a new DVD player or get all the way off my back about the last movie. Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing. So anyway, then Sam's parents bring him to college and his mom accidentally eats a pot brownie, so she immediately tackles someone, which is maybe how those things affect people. It might be. And then eventually Sam starts seeing all these crazy symbols because of the Allspark, and this hot girl starts to show some real interest in him. Nice, 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 nice. And so then they start making out, and his girlfriend Michaela walks in, but then it turns out this hot girl is a Decepticon, so they have to run away. Decepticons can take the form of humans? Walking, talking humans, sir, yeah. Why don't they do that all the time? Why pretend to be cars to blend in? Exactly. Unclear. Well, okay then. So then eventually Optimus Prime saves Sam, but he gets killed by Megatron. Oh, so they use the Allspark sliver to revive him? Nope, why not? I don't know. Fair enough. So then what happens? Also, we're gonna find out that Megatron has a boss, and his name is the Fallen. And what's his deal? Well, he wants to come to Earth and harvest the sun, and only a Prime can kill him. Why? Oh, because reasons. Understandable, sure. And so to use this sun harvesting machine, he needs to find something called the Matrix of Leadership. Oh, another thingy. We got a bunch of thingies in these movies. Wow. We sure do, sir. So a long time ago, a bunch of Primes used their own dead bodies as a barrier to hide this thing. The only ones who can kill the Fallen are Primes, and they all killed themselves. That's the strategy they went with. So they had both this Matrix thing and the sun harvester machine in the pyramids in Egypt. They killed themselves, the only ones who can kill the Fallen, and then left the key to his death machine right next to the death machine. Yeah, in Egypt, in the pyramids. Wow, well, it's gonna be hard for the main characters to get to Egypt from the States. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, they find this old Decepticon who turned good, and his name is Jetfire. Oh, so he can turn into a jet. He can turn into a jet. So they just fly to Egypt. Oh. Yeah, that would have made sense. No, they're gonna teleport. What? Yeah, this flying robot who can turn into a jet, he can teleport, so that's how they're gonna get there. Okay, so then a lot of these pages just say the word explosion. What's gonna explode? Oh, just all of it, I guess. That works. And then some bad robots are gonna combine into a really big robot called Devastator, and this thing's like a big vacuum. Oh no. Yeah, and so like some human characters will hide behind a van and stuff, and this thing will just inhale that van, no problem. Oh, selective sucking is Gross. And then this Devastator thing's gonna be on top of a pyramid, and that guy Simmons from the last movie, he's gonna be like, I am directly below the enemy scrotum. Oh, this Transformer has a scrotum. Yeah, this Transformer has a scrotum. Well, all right, we'll have somebody from the visual effects team spend hours and hours making robot testicles. I think it's important to use a chunk of the budget on a robot scrotum. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, so then the really bad robot's gonna come to Earth because he wants to blow up the sun using the pyramids. These are things that you've written, and we're gonna spend a lot of money to bring them to life. That's what's happening here, and nobody's stopping it. So then that Simmons guy, he's gonna call the Navy and be like, I used to be in a secret organization, and you need to listen to me. Okay. And then he's like, I need you to fire your massive railgun at the Pyramid of Giza. And they're like, all right, let's do it. The Navy fires at one of the wonders of the world because a stranger told them to. That's right, sir, they do. Wow, 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 wow. And then Sam's gonna end up dying. That's fatal. Actually, no, it's not, sir. See, he goes to robot heaven, and some robots are like, hey, Sam, congrats. Now you've earned the ability to use the Matrix. So then he comes back to life and revives Optimus. Shia LaBeouf's gonna go to robot heaven, and we're gonna immortalize that image in cinematic history. Yeah, and so now that Optimus is alive, he's gonna kick everybody's butts, and it's gonna be practically impossible to understand what's going on visually. Very cool. And then right before he kills the Fallen, you know what he's gonna say? Something cool, I bet. He's gonna say, give me your face. And then Megatron escapes, because we're gonna need him for sequels, probably. Of course. And so that's about it. What do you think? Well, it sounds like a lot of fun, you know? Probably not the best movie of the year, but not the worst. But not the worst.
Transformers Revenge of the Fallen might be one of the worst movies ever for me. And I might be saying that just because I'm watching this right now. And I was thinking about this the other day. I just told somebody that I was thinking about Revenge of the Fallen. I was hoping he would do this soon, and then boom, Sunday, it pops up. But I hate this movie. The first one is good just because it's, you know, it's an origin, it's cool. Dark of the Moon is actually cool to me because you see the Decepticons actually like killing people. Like, it's one of the first times you see that, and I thought that was crazy, but it was kind of cool at the same time. I'm weird. But I hate Revenge of the Fallen because of these guys. Skids and Mudflap, I believe is their name. The two most racist characters in Transformers. And there's a lot of that within the franchise in different ways. But they're like the worst idea you could come up with for characters in what should be a kid's franchise, even though these turned into more adult films later on, a lot of language, stuff like that. But I hate these characters, especially because, one, how they talk. At one point, one of them saying, like, we don't read much. Like, it's this whole thing that, for me, played like they were trying to have these two characters be the black Transformers after the one, I think Jazz was killed in the first one. But, and he was supposed to be like a leader. You will have never known that at one point he was like a leader or second in command of the Transformers. You'd have no idea. But these guys, it was, for me, kind of clear they were trying to make these the black characters, couldn't read, talked, you know, in crazy Ebonics, which, yes, I know a lot of people talking Ebonics, whatever. Let's not fight about this. But I could tell what they were trying to do here, and it was really annoying. The whole thing doesn't make sense. The story's so convoluted. The action is okay. With a lot of these Transformers movies, you have no idea really what's going on because it's just everybody looks the same. It's dark. Even if it was daytime, it's hard to catch who's fighting who unless one of them has a special weapon, which a lot of the time Optimus Prime would have like his swords out, so you could kind of see what he was doing, but it was just so crazy, which is why I like Bumblebee, the movie, because you were able to see the action much better. One, the Autobots and the Decepticons look vastly different, more to their 80s counterparts from like the cartoon in a lot of scenarios. So you were able to tell who was who and see the fighting a whole lot better. These movies, it just never got better. It seemed like it got crazier, but it never got better. But yeah, Revenge of the Fallen was not my favorite film. It's one of the worst films I've seen. For a big budget blockbuster, it's probably the worst. Let me know if there's another one I should be thinking of. Maybe I might just be really hyped because I'm watching this right now, like I said. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, though. What are your thoughts on Revenge of the Fallen? What are your thoughts on these two videos, though, the Honest trailer and the pitch meeting? I thought both were great. I like how the Honest trailer hit on this piece, because Ryan George didn't really hit on that, but a lot of what he did was great in his video as well. So I'm not gonna pick one. Both were great to me. I don't know if I could pick one, because they were both really funny. Let me know your favorite, though, in the comments below. While you're still here, though, check out some of our most popular videos on the channel if you haven't already. You can also check out our most recent reaction over there as well. If you've seen all that, then I will see you guys in the comments, and we'll talk about this.